and they don't really like me. Cause I can fuck your bitch and fuck your mom and auntie.
Say hey man. Anyway,
this the video long as shit.
Out in YouTube land.
Hey, what up KX crew, and welcome to the second installment in the Rise and Fall series. Today we're going to take a look at the HodgeTwins and see their growth and decline in popularity.
I miss the fucking HodgeTwins, honestly.
Funniest combinations of people that I've ever
These
seen,
niggas used to be funny as shit.
Dominating the YouTube system since its early days. They were YouTube pioneers in their own right.
But once they started talking about that Blue Lives Matter shit, bro, they fucking fell off.
Discussing subjects that you'd want to watch with the volume on low, if you know what I mean. This is the rise and fall of the HodgeTwins.
Bro, they used to be so fucking funny, bro. Yeah, this is about to be a banger video.
Found the right YouTube channel, man. This video is about explaining the disclaimer, man. Let's go over all this information, man. This is okay.
Hey.
Okay.
Just a disclaimer before we get into it. I have a few points that I want to make clear here so that I don't have to do this in every single video. I've been a fan of the HodgeTwins for a very long time, but I haven't seen every single one of their videos. If you feel that I've portrayed the twins inaccurately, feel free to correct me in the comments. I hope that you find I do them justice. And I also want to emphasize this point in response to a lot of the comments I got in the Elliot Hulse video. I understand that this title
the nuts
also
hanging out.
called the evolution of the HodgeTwins. The point of these videos is to document the rise in popularity that the YouTuber in question experienced, followed by what we can describe as a downfall in viewership over time as a result of the video content the YouTubers put out and a
They
change in
definitely fell
personality.
off.
I'm also not doing the series to bring
They
any
definitely
YouTube.
like
I'm not trying
fell
to
off
breed
hard
hate, spread
shit.
information, or create
Because HodgeTwins used to make like the trending page like damn near every time they dropped back in the day. Like HodgeTwins was really up there in views.
And I'm making this video for them
top YouTubers,
much
bro. They
respect
fell
I
off
have
hard
for
as
them. Lastly,
fuck.
in regards to this specific video, we're going to be covering controversial subjects that you could possibly disagree with. In fact, I'm sure that I will say something that you disagree with, and that's okay. Just try to keep your comment gun in its holster and avoid a comment war with anyone who shares a different view on the world than you. This video is also going to be covering racial issues. I will do my best to be as sensitive as possible. I'm a white guy and I do my best to treat every race with utmost respect, but I'm sorry in advance if I offend anyone while talking about these difficult subjects. It was not my intention. So with all that out of the way, let's get into it.
Finally.
You gotta move on, and the biggest way to move on is to...
Before we get into the YouTube side of things, we should talk about what happened beforehand, because it helps us understand Keith and Kevin Hodge as people, not as public figures. Just to touch briefly on it, before YouTube, they had normal day-to-day jobs like the rest of us. They even experienced getting fired from their jobs for goofing around and making too many videos for fun during their shifts. Eventually, they quit their jobs to become entertainers. They had a strong desire to make others laugh and went out of their way to take acting classes to better improve this skill. This can maybe help us see why they became so popular, as they put a lot of time into improv comedy. This is a foundation that many YouTubers...
Yo, I really hate they became Blue Lives Matter YouTubers, yo.
Dude, it's crazy. It was all about...
I really do hate that shit.
Plan. I mean, we was insurance adjusters down there in Costa Mesa for AAA at the time.
That's fun.
Right. Yeah. And I went to Kevin. I was like, hey, man, let's start a YouTube channel, you know? It'll be fun. No, you didn't say it like that. You said, let's be comedians. Oh, yeah. I looked at him
like HodgeTwins falling off.
It's gonna be CPAs, you
and Super Best Friends play breaking up.
Because we had 4
shit
years
hurt.
in the account, never used them. Well, I used them, but when we got there, I said, it sucks.
Yeah.
And our personalities didn't fit with those people. But anyway, we started a YouTube channel.
They also joined the Marine Corps at some point in their early YouTube years and have some interesting videos discussing their experiences.
Okay, he was in 3rd Battalion, I was in 1st Battalion. You recording? Yeah, I'm recording, fool. Shut up.
I would imagine their time in the Marines would have heavily impacted their desire for fitness as well.
Bro, they
as
chemistry
their
on
confidence
camera
and
was
perspective
fucking
when
legendary,
voicing their
bro.
opinions on the world. The HodgeTwins began their YouTube journey in 2008 when they began the HodgeTwins channel.
Y'all ready for story time with the HodgeTwins? This is real, true life stories. This ain't no damn Hansel and Gretel.
It was a channel where they sat beside each other and just talked about everything. For the most part, it was news-related content and voiced their opinions on current events. Many people, myself included, found the HodgeTwins through their health and fitness stuff, but a lot of their original following grew from their original non-fitness content. They did have workout-related videos in their early days, yes, but it hadn't quite taken the spotlight until a couple of years later. Some of their earliest content on the platform consisted of comedy skits and storytelling. A lot of their storytelling from their early years brought light to their past and being raised in poverty,
I remember this video.
And the kind of things that they did just to get food and survive.
I think I started watching them around there.
It was 1998. We were broke as hell, living together. We needed money. Times was tough. Wife just left us, both of us. Yeah. We was single. Our first marriage, it ended in a train wreck. We was broken. Pretty much all I had to my name was a 1984 Cadillac Barrett's that smoked every time I drove it down the street.
A couple of years later, they had already established enough success with their first channel that they were ready to branch out into others.
Hey, you want to build some muscle, man?
In 2010, they created Twin Muscle, which is currently sitting at around 2.8 million subscribers, their largest channel to date.
What's up, everybody? This video is for beginners, because I get this question a lot.
On this channel, they posted exclusively health and fitness related content, workout videos, bodybuilding advice, and supplement reviews. At this point, they were pulling in audiences from two realms, comedy and fitness. Their combined talent and improv comedy, charisma, humor, and social skills were an incredible combination at boosting their attention and gaining popularity. They went on like this for a couple years, and as they continued to grow in popularity, they began taking questions in from the viewers and answering them on YouTube.
Yo, the taking questions, bro, was funny as shit.
Don't worry about being nervous. You know what I'm saying? Like when I met my wife, I was nervous, right? I asked her. I said, it took me 2 weeks to ask her for a phone. I said, hey, girl, can I get your phone number? And she's like,
They did so well in this type of content that they began another YouTube channel.
Fuck out the way!
HodgeTwins. They were now killing it in terms of video content on 3 different YouTube channels. So what did they do with this extremely receptive audience? Start another YouTube channel called HodgeTwins Vlogs, which was originally called Fasting Twins, but was renamed later. At this point in the timeline, they had 4 YouTube channels, all killing it. They had the YouTube machine under their thumb, and they were unstoppable. Let's talk about their humor for a moment, because it was obviously the gasoline that fueled the HodgeTwins engine. No matter what video you clicked on, there were 3 things that would happen that would guarantee a laugh out of you. 1. The video setup. Before every video began, they would almost prepare for the video on camera while it was rolling. It was obviously not real, but hilarious nonetheless. There were a number of things that they would do, including getting so uncomfortably close to the camera to check for blemishes.
Bro, that shit would make me uncomfortable, Tom. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, bro, back the fuck up.
hey man.
This was such an incredibly rare thing for someone to do on camera, as anyone and everyone trying to gain a following on YouTube was fixated on appearing flawless and perfect. Within seconds of the video beginning, they were separated from the rest, made you laugh, and had your attention. The second thing they would do is get in the shot.
Yeah, buddy.
Give me some room!
Give me up, man.
Before they even began talking, they would frame themselves in the camera. They would bully each other for the spotlight, which was hilarious to see, as they are 2 massive dudes fighting to fit into your tiny computer.
Give me some room!
If I was you, get the fuck out the way. What the hell? Get out of my damn ear, Kelvin. But anyway, I'm bigger, man. Look how big I look than you, man. Look how much bigger I am. I'm bigger. Get on them gains. Them gains right there, man. I'm bigger, man. You get tall. Anyways, hey, man, you know,
One was obviously not getting more attention than the other, but it was still funny to witness them scrap over it like little kids. And the third thing they would do is, after they began talking or reading someone's email, one of them was bound to either interrupt or attack the other for doing something goofy or misspeaking.
we're currently getting. Shut up! You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me read this.
Yeah,
That's
so
a long ass
funny.
email. It ain't that long if you shut up! She looked, okay, it wasn't flat. Get out my ear! I love
No.
my girl and don't want to lose her. Why is you breathing all over my dog? I'm desperate, need some advice. Take a gun. That's what I do. Stop tapping me.
Shut up! I said my dad had a problem with it, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to be like my dad.
But you know what, man? Why you
Bro, why did they have to change?
I let you finish. That's what she wants. Shut up.
It would often take them a couple minutes to actually get to the video content itself.
Hey, HodgeTwins.
Hey.
I have a quick...
Man, you know what, man? This is something. You know, we gotta handle this.
What?
Because people is writing to us.
Yeah.
And they need advice. They need help.
Yeah.
And you in there laughing. This is no joking matter.
All right.
You need to take your job a lot more serious.
Yeah. Tell her that, man. Shut up.
Oh! Come on, man. Why you keep losing your plate? Do you need a bookmark?
Bro, I really miss these days on YouTube, yo.
And this was the HodgeTwins format, and it never got old, or to me at least. Before the video even began, the audience was primed for consumption. The viewer was giggly and giddy and felt connected to the twins. Also, there were 4 other elements that created such a magnetic pull to the viewers. The first one was momentum. One of the reasons the twins were so funny was how they built off each other's lines and energy in the video. One twin seemed to get momentum off of the other, and they would just go back and forth over and over, creating this hilarious dynamic.
You gotta be dressed nice too. You gotta be presentable.
Yeah.
You can't look like a hot mess.
Yeah.
I mean, it has its limitations.
You can't have a damn hoodie on come up. Where you going?
The second element was that it was authentic. The humor felt real. It was unscripted, and you can tell that they were just flying off the seat of their pants in almost every video.
I will give you some intro action. I'm gonna give you a little bit.
I'm usually a pound heavier for some odd reason. Because I gotta go take a piss. You always a pound of piss for you?
Gets all these muscles in here. It's twisted. Right? Good. You should do both shoulders because you got 2 of them. See, this is the shoulder that's I got some snap action in it. But it's a great exercise to strengthen the muscles.
Not to mention that they had each other's exact sense of humor, almost as if they were twins or something. They would make each other laugh with such honesty that you just couldn't help but laugh with them. And what I mean by that is that they would constantly catch each other off guard with jokes or just straight up telling each other to shut up.
You gonna take care of this?
Shut up! Hey, shut up!
That shit would be funny as fuck.
Long distance, that's what I said. Like, maybe shut up!
You know I love you, right?
Look at me!
So look,
Man, shut up! Like that Keith Sweat song.
you may be.
Shut up, man!
That's some good foreplay, right? That's what
Yeah,
you said, right?
some great foreplay.
Gotta get in.
Whatever she, shut up! That ain't no pain I wish on anybody. Shut up!
The third element was tension. Their videos held almost a constant tension in them. A tension built on humor. The feeling you get when someone is telling a joke to you and the punchline is just about to drop.
He's passed on. I couldn't
Hey.
I don't know what to say. You was kind of asking for it. You was.
Bro, yeah, I never knew where they was going with their fucking videos. I think that's what it was.
Tension was also created in waiting to see.
I never
which
knew
twin was
what the
going to
fuck
crack
they was gonna
first.
go
You could always
with the
tell
topic.
when one of them was on the edge of losing it.
What's up, everybody?
The joke. Like, I was in the room and I felt like I was on the verge of breaking first, but I held on to see if I could hold it like Keith or Kevin did.
That my job for the summer. We talked to each other a lot and made each other laugh.
And the last element that created this magnetic pull to the viewers was that it was edgy. I would be a fool to not include their edge, inappropriate, or raunchy.
Okay,
sense
go
of
to
humor.
ages of
If you
YouTube
exposed to
as
porn at an
edgy
early
as hell.
age, all guys go through this. Because I remember I was your age, I would be at work, like, man, I can't wait to get home and watch that scene again. You know what I'm saying? There's some things you should really shouldn't say. You ever figure that?
I feel like this is my personal revenge that I'm finally having the sex I deserve.
They would talk about stuff that no other creator would do. In fact, I was nervous taking on this project in fear of the monetization system, which also wasn't a factor for them in their early years, and well, we'll get to that later.
Doc took my tip, right? Took a Q-tip, shoved it inside of the pee hole. I was like, ah!
No.
And he went, checked it out, and it was some chlamydia.
It also opened a lot of doors for them to answer questions and give advice on subjects that no other creator would do. It created a very personal bond between the viewer and the twins because they would talk about a lot of things that the viewers likely wouldn't talk about.
Bro, why did they...
Even their closest friends.
Bro, we didn't even get to, like...
Now
we still early on in the video, for real.
HodgeTwins content. You might disagree based on when you were into them or which content of theirs that you valued the most. And that's fine, but I tried to find some kind of separation marker in this time. But honestly, they crushed it for like 6 years straight on YouTube. They were collabing with
I'm saying, like, they was really, like, on the trending page every time they dropped.
Doing comedy shows.
But we on tour and we doing stand-up comedy. For more cities and dates, please go to HodgeTwinsTour.com. Hey, another thing, let's go on for a little ride, man.
Like, if you was regularly on YouTube around the time, it's impossible for you to not see
another
them
massive
niggas
video
at least
series
not
they
once,
started
bro.
was
Like, come on.
fast food in their car. It just goes to show that these guys could pick anything to do as a video series and it would do well because their personality and comedy dynamic made literally everything they did entertaining. Sure, they received a lot of hate early on, which obviously didn't bring them down.
But then, you know, you got people coming out, stating that we need to quit.
I literally
videos,
never seen hate for them back
you know
then.
What I'm saying? Man,
that shit was all positivity.
And teeth, man, you snaggletooth, shark mouth motherfucker. Hey man, what's up with them big ass lips, man? Hey, I got a damn hot bowl of Campbell soup here. Can you bring them big ass lips over here and blow my soup? Cool that off, man.
Nah, when they some of their videos used to make World Star though, they used to roast their ass in a fucking World Star comment.
Hey.
Ironically, some of
they used to get their ass in a World Star comment. Yo, World Star comments used to be out of pocket, dog.
It's just advice, right? You can do whatever the
Over the years, they created a number of catchphrases that strengthened the community between them.
You can do whatever the
It's crazy, man. We haven't been selling this catchphrase for the longest, man.
Yeah, this is one of the most popular ones, right?
Yeah, this is
You want to do?
This would really back in arms. As you can see, we've been making all kinds of games.
All kinds of games.
All kinds.
All kinds.
Hey man.
Hey.
You gonna build some muscle, man?
Hey man, you want to build some muscle? Yeah, that's good. That's real good. You just found one of the best fitness channels on YouTube. Shut up!
And there was a bunch more that I can't see in this video in fear of the YouTube gods smiting this video into demonetized hell. Elliot Halls even made a video where he attributes a lot of the success that he received on YouTube to advice that he received from the twins.
I saw another YouTube channel in the fitness realm. I don't watch many other channels, but these guys were great. They were entertaining and informative, and their channel was exploding. I reached out and sent an email to Keith Hodge. Gratitude, Keith Hodge, for you inspiring me to make more videos. You say 2 or 3 a day and make multiple channels. I created the Elliot Said channel and spread your ideas no matter what they happen to be, fitness or not, through your YouTube channels. Thank you, Keith Hodge, for your inspiration, and thank you also for showing me that YouTube is also a business.
They knew what they were doing, and they had the system locked down.
How do this email? Why did you sell out?
Something the twins faced pretty early on in their YouTube careers was being called sellouts.
Yeah, the whole email is based on this clean-ass Gymshark I'm wearing. Yeah. But look here, man. A lot of people have, what's the word I'm looking for? Different definition when it comes to sellout. Well, that definition of what a sellout is up. It's not the correct definition. It's not the correct definition. Yeah. Let me tell you what a sellout is. A sellout is compromising your own integrity to make money. Man, that was beautiful, man. It was. Was that in the dictionary? Did you say that? No, I got the vocabulary.
However, this wasn't unique to the HodgeTwins. Many YouTubers experienced this during the evolution of YouTube as a business platform. At first, it was the twins promoting merchandise with their own personal brand or companies that they were working with.
Yeah, I mean, it was just kind of
time on YouTube when the creators started promoting things for the viewers to buy.
Growing with
Literally
YouTube. That's what YouTube was becoming.
Big and promoted so much as a t-shirt with their logo on it was labeled a sellout at one point. Heaven forbid you try.
I never seen them as sellouts when they did that. Actually,
your own brand on your own.
I literally never seen them as sellouts when they did that.
Since we've been on YouTube, when it comes to fitness, I've ever lied to you guys because we was going to get paid for anything. Yeah, we have so many endorsements coming towards us, but it doesn't fit with us, and we don't believe in that product. We haven't did a video on it because we don't believe it. Gymshark, we like that brand of clothes, so guess what? It's something you guys might like. So guess what? We're wearing the videos because it's something you guys might enjoy as well. Just not only us. Yeah, we probably could have, oh man, we could have made a grip. You know how much money I could have made up on this man? I could have made all kinds of money. I could have came up with, see all these games? Yeah. See them games? Just how I made them games. Yeah, I took this and this and this and this. Yeah, but I did. Yeah. So we're not sellouts.
I think it was a bit ridiculous, but understand how things were back then. If you were a fitness icon, you worked with fitness companies. It's pretty simple.
Right.
And I never understood why people got so mad about it. It's like people didn't want their favorite creators to earn money from entertaining them or something.
I don't get this shit.
If you look on YouTube and how we make our money on YouTube, it's based on advertising. When you look at a video, we're earning money off that video based on those advertisements. If you're saying that we're sellouts because we're advertising things on our YouTube channel, then guess what? Everybody on YouTube is a sellout because that's how every YouTuber on YouTube earns a living.
Yeah, got a point.
They were also called sellouts for promoting HodgeTwins TV because they realized their format of content delivery was no longer YouTube friendly.
Hey, welcome to HodgeTwins.
Yeah, I also understood this move because they shit was edgy as fuck. And YouTube was censoring niggas and niggas was losing money. So I understood this move.
YouTube monetization system was evolving to a point where it purged any creator that had violent, sexual, or inappropriate content, and the twins were not safe from it.
The reason why we created this channel, we want to continue to survive on YouTube. Yeah. The way things are going, that does not look likely at all. Because of the content we discuss on our other channels, because we say and busting out, yeah, and just the overall content we discuss on our channel, YouTube don't put ads on our videos.
If you wanted to be a creator on YouTube and wanted to make a living from it, you had to evolve with the system.
That shit was impossible.
It was a sink or swim situation, and the twins chose to swim. They announced HodgeTwins TV, where they had exclusive and uncensored content. For dedicated fans, there was a place where they could see the twins in their rawest, truest forms, like they were back in the day. It was a huge bummer to see them have to adapt like this, but I understood it was a necessity. A lot of people were mad at them.
Yeah, I understood this too.
They were mad to see the twins shake up the formula that they knew and loved and wanted them to stay the way that they always were. And I get the frustration, I really do. But honestly, I think the twins had enough experience with humor that their content was easily as funny without the cussing and raunchy comments. Sure, it wasn't exactly the same, but we watched them for them, right? Not what they talked about or said. We enjoyed their personality, their charisma, the way that they said things, the way they interacted with each other, their humor. It wasn't necessarily how many dirty jokes they could cram into a video for me. But again, that's just my opinion. You might disagree. But I will admit that they were pretty relentless when it came to promoting their touring. From a business standpoint, it was incredibly smart to do this in your platform where you have the most eyes, but I can see how people would get annoyed by it. I'm sure we're all pretty familiar with either one of these two openings to the HodgeTwins videos.
We got some new shows coming.
Yeah, we're going to Salt Lake City, Utah, Irvine, California.
Yep, I remember that. Yo, this shit is low-key nostalgic.
People would grow to understand that this was just the system now. It became a norm, and people stopped being angry about it for the most part. But they definitely faced a lot of backlash early
Hearing
on.
that intro again is just like, wow. Shit just took me back.
So when I started making this project, I hadn't even realized it yet, but I had completely forgotten about the twins. It was only until you people relentlessly called Elliot the third Hodge twin in my video that I remembered that they even existed. The YouTube algorithm just straight up phased them off my feed. I don't know what happened, but after researching this video, I saw that I was still subscribed to them, but YouTube just stopped showing me their content at some point. It's too bad, because if that hadn't happened, then I probably would have been more in tune with all the little details of their evolution over the past few years. I didn't even know that they started a new channel, which we'll talk about soon. And honestly, after putting in research to this video, I'm kind of pissed off that I unawarely missed out on so much of the HodgeTwins content. Now there's no way I can go back and binge that many videos, but that's just the way it is. I would have rather made the conscious choice to stop watching them after I decided that I was done, instead of YouTube telling me that I was done. It's possible that the twins were just more active.
These niggas look like
channel,
Drake now. Like, what the fuck?
World channels, and I just happened to miss them and not see them in my feed. But my theory is that it had something to do with the type of content that they were putting out at the time. The type of content that they were putting out on their new, more controversial channel might not be the type of content that YouTube wants representing itself. And when you start putting out content that the YouTube gods don't approve of, they have a way of silencing the creators in a way that it just makes it harder for their content to reach their subscribers. YouTube has a way of silencing these channels that they don't want representing their platform. So it makes me think that if YouTube was trying to shadow ban them or blacklist them or something, that could be the case. I could be wrong, but it just seems odd. I get like you're subscribed to one channel, all of a sudden you stop seeing that channel, like that seems like a little more possible to me, but really? All 4 YouTube channels simply vanished from my feed entirely? I've read some comments from people who have shared the belief that the twins have deliberately been controversial these days to beat the algorithm and make it back into the mainstream. But who knows? It's always tough to say whether these creators are just going for shock value or whether they truly believe the things that they're saying. And I wasn't going to...
Nah, they went like a little too...
I've seen others commenting that they've experienced the twins also not showing up.
I think they're really with that shit.
I'm curious if this was the case.
Because they like
let me know in the
a
comments.
little too
I'm
left.
curious what your experience was, whether they like were phased out from your timeline completely as well, or if things just continued on as normal. So enough beating around the bush. Let's get into the conservative twins. Now that we've talked about the rise, it's time to talk about the inevitable fall. Just so we're clear, they are still very popular. When I say fall, I mean from the eyes of their original fan base and the fitness community. They are no longer icons in the gym or as advice givers.
No, they're not the same like they was.
Created the conservative
they definitely
twins,
fell.
which is almost at 2 million subscribers. Clearly, their new messaging is resonating with a lot of people. But I think there was a reason they
definitely fell, but they got definitely like a new audience.
It was
a whole new fucking audience.
Was going to make waves with their original fan base.
And them niggas probably love them too.
Start a new channel with a clean slate, a fresh platform to take a stance from. And there's always the possibility that Keith and Kevin just started a new YouTube channel because that's what they do. It's worked for them in the past. Every time they want to move in a new direction, they just start a new YouTube channel, just like that. And then that channel blows up, so maybe they didn't put much more thought into it than that. But what was clear was that the twins were moving in a new direction. Some of the diehard fans would carry over and continue to support them in whatever they do, and other fans they would lose along the way. I don't think that was of much concern to them. And I will say to their credit that it is courteous of them to just start a new channel, because if they had just been starting to put all of this political, controversial stuff on their like original channels, I think they would have really pissed their fans off, and I think they probably suspected that as well. But enough of my speculating, let's move on. The conservative twins, from my brief amount of research, is a place where they voice their political views, often controversial. Here they took a political stance and were ready to die on that mega hill. They were avid Trump supporters, and they made that known. And as you may already know, when you take such a strong stance on such controversial subjects, you're going to make a lot of people mad. But you can't lose a following if it's on a new channel, right? So this new channel started off with the same HodgeTwins formula of being close up and up front to the camera, but it evolved over time to a more formal setting of both of them sitting behind a desk. It's very polished and professional looking. There's nothing wrong with this, obviously, and I'm happy to see them as creators evolve and flourish. But you have to admit, it loses the personal feeling that the old format had.
Yeah, I don't really like this shit.
Compete for the camera shot. That childlike humor dissolves in this setting.
They gentrified they shit.
Ask HodgeTwins and the original channel at this time kept the same video format going, but made some obvious adjustments to give it the same political feel, like the America hats or the American flag in the back. Ask HodgeTwins continues to put out advice videos. I've watched a few of them, and honestly, they're still pretty good. I'm happy to see they're still putting out something that resembles their original content. I really am. It's just too bad that the right-wing propaganda from the conservative twins has leaked into their other channels. And look, this isn't in my script, but I feel like I should probably say this. I'm a Canadian, okay? I could give a rip about American politics at all. A lot of people said in my Rise and Fall of Elliot Hall's video that I just disagreed with his political stance, and I was a left-wing liberal and all that crap. I really don't care. I don't care about any of that stuff. And I honestly don't really care which way they lean. If they were fighting for the opposite side, it would still be annoying to have American politics mixing in with their original.
Either way, it definitely
I
would
really
be.
don't care about the political side or whatever. The only thing politically I care about is that oftentimes
If them niggas was like pro fucking Biden, I'm like,
with
bro, these
what kind
niggas
of views
annoying
you have
now.
in the world.
Not
And
watching
that's
this
more
shit.
where the judgment or the criticism comes in, because that's where I fundamentally disagree. But other than that, I'm just trying to document this as objectively as possible and as I see it. And I don't have to be an American or follow American politics to know that it's too bad when you're just trying to enjoy a video of the HodgeTwins giving some classic dating advice or something, that I'm staring at this American flag the whole time. That's just really setting the scene. They're wearing their America t-shirts with the American flag in the back and patriotic colors, and it really kind of takes you out of the video content or what they're
Shit
talking
is
about,
so
because
ugly
they frame
now,
the video
like-
in this way. Like, even if they're just
It's
someone
just
some goofy
excessive,
sex advice
like-
or some lifting advice or something like that,
Nigga,
you
we
feel the
get
other
it.
agenda in the
Like,
video.
look how-
You feel it
look
leaking
at-
through. And for me,
How
honestly,
many
it's kind of
flags
the
do you
HodgeTwins
need in
thing.
one
Not to
shot,
mention
yo?
when an ad like this pops up,
Use discount code Chinese bars. I'll give you 20% off.
and it just really puts you in that mindset. Doesn't matter what they're talking about, because now that's in your brain. And honestly, I could not believe
It's
this
so
ad when I saw it.
cringy,
I honestly
like-
cannot believe that they are using discount code Chinese virus on their merchandise.
Wow.
Called Chinese virus. We call it Chinese because it's from China. We making t-shirts great again.
Wow.
Merchandise that's about the Kung Flu or whatever line Trump was pushing at the time. I just cannot believe that they don't understand how insulting that must be to someone of Asian
Yikes,
origin,
bro.
and how misleading they've become, treating the pandemic A,
Wow.
like a joke, and B, something to profit off of. It's honestly sickening, especially to those of us who've lost loved ones to this deadly virus. To see them making money off of it like it's
Wow,
And this is
dog.
just a side note, it has no relevance to the video itself, but when I peeked into the HodgeTwins universe after not being involved in it for a few years, I thought I was seeing two more Elliots. People always call Elliot the third Hodge twin, and now I think he embodies that.
He was
more
a
than ever.
dick eater.
Especially with the same propaganda in the art.
He's basically a dick eater.
These guys.
That's crazy. So he's seen them go like pro Trump, just all MAGA shit, and he was like, "Well, shit, I'm gonna do it too." Yo, he was a dick eater.
This is what a sellout is. A sellout is compromising your own integrity to make money.
Use discount code Chinese bars. I'll give you 20% off.
So with the American propaganda and ads like this popping up at the same time, I quickly lose interest in what the twins are saying, and I leave the video. Now, I've seen a lot of fans complaining about the HodgeTwins and that the HodgeTwins should be cancelled.
I used to follow them years ago. They used to talk about just life, depression, how to get women, how to make money, what to do in a breakup, how to fix things, how to do certain things, working out. That's pretty much their main niche. Maybe people feel like they was getting exposed because they were not in agreement with the George Floyd protests, just crazy people. They're unproductive, they're rioting and destroying their own communities. Like, who would do such a thing? And so scrolling down on Facebook, I'm looking at this, going through the articles, and they were sitting up here and saying, oh shoot, well yeah, there you go. The HodgeTwins, they need to be canceled. They're stupid, they're ignorant. I don't care how much success, because HodgeTwins, at the end of the day, just don't subscribe to them. Who cares? They're already making their money and stuff like that, man. I'm not a huge fan of them.
Yeah, it's just
want to cancel HodgeTwins, you have every right to do that. Regardless if you feel like, oh well, because
ain't no canceling them, bro. You can't cancel them because they, like I said, they have an audience.
YouTuber go out here and be for the people. Do what you got to do and be that change.
I don't know.
They content is just not for you no more. You just gotta accept that shit. Ain't no canceling shit. They content for somebody else now. It's just what it is.
Cancel, yo. I need to unsubscribe to y'all channel. I need to unsubscribe to y'all on every social media platform.
So I agree with most of their points up to where they start saying the twins should be cancelled. Cancel the HodgeTwins. There's nothing wrong with them being political or taking a stance on anything. There's nothing wrong with them saying something that you disagree with. We live in a country of free speech, and that's a right, and that shouldn't be ripped away from people. You don't like them anymore? Stop watching them.
Just stop
There's no
fucking
reason why
watching
they
them,
should
dog.
have their
Like,
voice
it's
taken away
that
from
simple.
We had a couple venues cancel our shows. It's sold out. They
They still have over 2 million subs. What are you canceling?
They went and did some research about us, like our YouTube channel, Facebook.
Them niggas is always still gonna be there.
Canceled the show, just because we're conservative.
Even if it's insulting or
Yeah, we're
disagree with
good.
it, they still have a right to say what they want. My aim in this video is not to disagree with their politics. My point is to raise awareness that if you take a hard stance on anything, people are going to disagree, sometimes strongly. Sometimes it's not even about what wing you're on or who you support. It's what you believe about society that shines through your message. Some sides happen to believe in a more negative or controversial message, and that will always come with a backlash of people disagreeing with you. Plain and simple. And now that I'm talking about it, I'm actually kind of glad that YouTube didn't recommend them to me so much in the past few years, so I didn't have to see them devolve to this. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. Now for the part of the video that I was not looking forward to making. Especially since the subject is a literal minefield. I'm going to do my best to navigate the situation without accidentally stepping on any mines. So from my understanding, the twins take an anti-black stance, which was shocking for me to wrap my head around since they're of darker ethnicity themselves. A lot of the black community has been angered by their stances on racial issues and feel betrayed by the twins' messaging. And again, just a disclaimor here, I am not
Stop
personally
hating Mr.
speaking for the
4,000
black
subscribers.
community with my responses here.
Oh
I'm only
shit, I ain't
repeating
even
back
see the
what
like
I've
and
heard
dislike
and
ratio.
trying to put all these pieces together.
You know what it's from? It's from Nate Fans. It's from Nate Fans because he only got 4,000 subscribers. So this shit probably popped up on their shit because HodgeTwins is in the name. And they probably came here and started hating. Damn, that's tough.
For example, if a white cop abuses his power and unjustly kills an African American, they will side with the cop because it's more in line with their political agenda.
I mean, I can't be mad at this police officer.
Dog, what are you?
You can be mad. You can.
Like shit like this? Shit like this? When they were saying shit like this, bro, I couldn't watch it. I couldn't watch it. I couldn't stomach it, bro. I just could not fucking watch it.
Put blame, but who's in charge of that situation? Who's in control? You are. Why these black people keep putting their lives in somebody else's hands? And everybody.
What the fuck are you talking about?
In front of his kids, which is a tragedy, which is horrible. But personally, I don't think Jacob gave a damn about his kids being in the back of the car. Because if I was in that position and I'm with my kids and they're in the back of the car and the cops point a gun at me and start giving me demands, last thing I'm gonna do as a father is jump in the car with my kids. The cops. Nobody's saying anything about that. I'm more upset at Jacob than anybody. You got your kids in the car, man.
The twins would rather target the victim and explain why the injustice they experienced was deserved than to acknowledge the situation for what it really is.
Another black man has been shot and killed by a white supremacist. Let me show you why the cops shot him.
They don't sympathize with the victim, they blame the victim. One of the biggest
all the
ripples that
time
they made was their videos arguing that Black Lives Matter is a lie.
And they been was doing this shit for a minute.
Organization is just to keep black folks upset because the Democrats want you to vote for the Democrats.
Yeah, that's the whole point of this organization, is keep black people pissed off.
Yeah.
So they can keep you enslaved mentally like you need them.
Yeah.
Because they're supposed to be y'all saviors. They're not trying to fix any issues in your community.
No.
They just want to keep y'all pissed off so y'all be indebted to them because supposedly they're going to clean this up for you.
So the twins are taking the stance that it's a humanitarian issue, not a racial issue.
All lives matter. Man, you gotta tell them why all lives matter.
No, that should be obvious. All lives do matter.
This was it. This was the video. This was it. I remember now. This was the video that I stopped watching. I unsubscribed. I remember him saying that shit.
You gotta explain this to people. All lives matter.
And like, they're right to a degree, only in the sense that all lives matter, and it's kind of an impossible statement to argue.
As soon as you said that shit, I just got
It makes it sound
PTSD.
like you don't think that all lives matter.
And that shit just made me mad all over
Shifty
again.
and sneaky way of brushing off racism as an issue that's not important. They look at every racial situation that happens and break it down as an individual event. They take a by the situation approach and see this as the wiser approach to seeing the whole picture. But unfortunately, it is not as black and white as this. And even in their best cases, the twins are 100% selecting clips that best suit their agenda. I mean, why would they ever use a clip that has the potential of showing the many cases of police brutality that are fueled by racism and nothing else? The victim is not.
They show what the fuck they want.
They are receiving.
What they want to show you.
It's just straight up racist assault
to help their fucking point better.
Yeah. So as far as you know what they said, you know, all right, like, you know, it's black, you know, police hunting black men every day. There are police officers that are hunting black men every day. There's no need for, if he went for my gun, for me to pull out a gun and then kill him. You get what I'm saying? I understand he may have been trying to kill me. I get that. But if the threat is now neutralized, why kill him?
No, that should be obvious. All lives do matter. You gotta explain this to people.
It's crazy.
All
lives don't.
Bro, a cop could go in a black man house and shoot him cold blood for no reason. HodgeTwins gonna be like, well, that nigga shouldn't have been in the house chilling. He should have been at work. What, nigga?
Matter until Black Lives Matter.
The
Black
fuck?
Lives don't matter currently. Black Lives Matter doesn't mean Black Lives Matter more. Black Lives Matter just means Black lives should matter, and it currently does not matter. Black lives are a part of all lives, so Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, I'm not from Africa. Never been to Africa. Yeah. I don't know nothing about Africa. Okay, I don't speak African.
Someone should ask them why. Someone should ask them why they don't know anything about Africa. Someone should ask them why they have no cultural roots to Africa. I wonder what the reason for that is.
Dog,
let me just really think about that. Maybe your ties to your ancestors were severed and that you have no cultural connection to the continent that you are originally from. I wonder what the that was.
What if the Democrat Party woke up and they stopped preaching race and identity politics? The Democratic Party would be signing up.
The entire purpose of this video going viral is literally identity politics. It's because black people, two black guys, are saying the shit that white people normally say. That is the only reason why you have any fucking relevance. If it wasn't for identity politics, you would not have a crumb of relevance. Neither of you would be even remotely as relevant as you are now. Get the fuck out of here.
Do you know what it is to be?
I don't even watch your sign, but damn.
Just means your nationality, where you were born. Yeah. You could be white and be African. It just means you were born in Africa. But African is not a race. It's a nationality.
Let's go.
Oh my fucking god!
The fallacies.
That is so cringe.
And break down exactly what they're saying that's wrong. So.
But they will never call out any injustice done to black people. Police brutality, racism. They say racism does not exist. Racism does exist. It does. You telling me black people don't get attacked because of their skin color? You telling me black people don't get profiled? Come on, man. You will be so quick to post a video about somebody black doing something bad and laughing at them and calling them out. Why don't you ever acknowledge the good that black people do? Why don't you ever acknowledge black entrepreneurs, black people that's doing positive in the community, black people that's doing well for themselves and building each other up? Why the do y'all want to tear? Why y'all want to tear us down, man?
Motherfuckers.
The issue, from my understanding, is that black lives are not even on the same playing field yet. Our society isn't even at a place yet where all lives matter, because black lives are not being treated equally. Until we elevate black lives to the same treatment that everyone else gets, all lives matter does not make sense as a statement.
I don't see how you
they aren't
don't
attacking
see
black
that.
lives, they're defending white lives. A sort of devil's advocate approach to the issue. I understand the message that they're trying to say, and it might be from a place of good intentions. It really might be. They aren't necessarily trying to bring all black people down, they're trying to lift everyone up at the same time. Unfortunately, the Black Lives Matter movement is a bigger issue for our society to work on right now, and in my opinion, it does take priority. Until black lives are treated equally and are on a playing level field, all lives matter is an empty argument. I know this is a sensitive and difficult issue, so if I've said anything you disagree with or felt I painted the black community in a light that is not accurate, please let me know. I knew taking on the twins, as they are currently, might be complicated, so if I offended anyone, I apologize. Let's move on to the next section of the video. Now it's time to pour one out. For
honestly, I'm more offended from the fucking HodgeTwins, to be honest.
pretty much only fast food reviews. Look, I used to love these reviews. They were a funny, refreshing change of pace and actually inspired me.
And
at times
I've
to
seen the
just two
fucking
jacked
video
dudes
already, and it's
eat
just
fast
still,
food
it's
and
like,
live a jacked lifestyle. But over
how
time,
can
their
y'all
workout
just go
channel has
from
just
just
kind of
the
devolved
golden
into eating
years to
junk
like
food. And I actually think that
to
balancing
this?
out a
It's
health
just-
and fitness channel
it's
with
just crazy,
the
yo.
occasional fast food review is a really
sad.
smart thing to do and refreshing
It's
in
sad.
terms of content. It lets
It's sad.
the
It's
viewer
really
who's
sad.
also trying to live a healthy, fit lifestyle indulge in their junk food with them and kind of eat it vicariously through their videos with them. But when the entire channel is just eating fast food, I feel like that's kind of the opposite message that they should be sending the world if they're a health and fitness channel. Now it's just two jacked guys eating fast food. That's it. And I don't think that's a great message. It just became clear that their passion was no longer to put out health and fitness content. And that's just kind of sad. Obviously, all the political
Sad
and
as
racial
fuck,
stuff
yo.
sucks,
It's
but
sad.
It's just sad to see the workout stuff fade
It
away
is
from the
so
spotlight.
fucking sad.
A lot of us found the HodgeTwins through their workout-related content.
Hi guys, in this video I just want to demonstrate the upright row. It's a great exercise to build up muscular shoulders and traps. When you perform this exercise,
That's the context in which we got to know and love them. So when the core root of what makes you follow somebody is removed, there's nothing left to follow. I feel like a lot of fitness YouTubers start off 100% fitness and then start talking about or promoting other ideas over time. And I think that's fine. Everybody evolves and our interests change. But you know, if you're going to keep putting out content on that YouTube channel where you've accumulated a following for a particular type of content, you should keep putting out regular content on that channel that the people love to begin with. Otherwise, you may as well start a new YouTube channel. When someone subscribes to you, they expect a certain type of content from you. Obviously, creators have the power to shift from the norm and put out whatever they want. My channel's a prime example of that, but I think it's important.
My
for
channel
creators
is a
to
fucking
remember
prime
what
example
the
of that.
beating heart of their
Niggas
channel
wanted
is, what
GTA.
made people fall
I
in
don't
love
upload
with
that
it,
shit, so
what made
niggas ain't
people
watching my shit.
attached to it. You can repaint the walls and redecorate a house as many times as you want, but if you start messing with the structure, it's gonna fall apart. And from what I've seen from my experience is that people can tolerate opinions that they don't agree with if the YouTuber is true to their original content. But for a lot of people, the fitness stuff was always the beating heart of the HodgeTwins. And when you rip that heart out, what's left? And as I was doing this research, I saw that they did recently put out a workout video, and I got kind of excited about it, but it's with a political influencer. So I already know how that's gonna go.
You don't drink water when you work out? I'm African. I don't drink water. I like the heat. Shut up, man. I'm just joking. I'm not African. I'm American.
Oh my god, yo. Jesus fucking Christ.
So this is the part of the video where I share my thoughts as a whole on the HodgeTwins. The twins are a bittersweet taste in my mouth. When I think of them, I remember all their classic content that always made me laugh. I also think of their current, more controversial content that I don't enjoy. Nonetheless, they've dedicated years, if not most of their lives, in giving advice and making people laugh, and that will always be respectable to me. They are titans in YouTube fitness, and I have nothing but respect for them as creators.
Country niggas
Do I
coming here
agree
for
or
GTA.
even like their
Exactly,
current
that's why I
content?
put it in the fucking
No,
rules.
But that doesn't mean I hate them. I just disagree with them. Their current content still carries their charm, charisma, and humor, but the message is just different and not
I'm
a
sitting here
message I can
playing
get
Guilty
behind
Gear and
anymore,
shit.
so I
Nigga
no
asking me
longer
about
follow them.
GTA. Like,
I'll always love and cherish the content
nigga,
that
what
they
the
once
fuck?
gave us. They are still an inspiration to me as to what a fitness YouTuber can be, and I personally can relate to their brotherly love and sense of humor with a brother of my own who's close to me in age
Shit
as well.
annoying as
And as
fuck.
for the political or racial side of things, I want to think that they truly believe that what they are doing and saying is for the greater good of humanity. But it is always tough to say when it comes to politics, what they say and why they say it. Are they really pushing an agenda that they believe in, or are they just doing this for the money? Have they completely bought into the message that they're delivering, or are they doing it for the relevancy? Do they still genuinely care about being entertainers? And somewhere deep down inside of them is the same twins that first started their YouTube channel years ago. As a
Nah,
viewer,
them
I
niggas
don't
is
know the
going,
answer
yo.
to this, and I can't know the answer.
They
to this.
going.
I can only speculate and share opinions.
They are.
And that's
They
okay.
will
As
no
YouTube
longer
creators,
be
we
the
should never
same,
fool
bro. They're
ourselves into
they
thinking we have
they
any
are
kind of power
gone.
to hold judgment over others. And since I don't know for
They
certain
are
what their
long
motives
gone.
are, I can't really pass any kind of judgment.
And they
In
double,
my
triple
opinion,
down.
there are worse
They're
stances
just
to take than
going.
humanitarian. They aren't straight up attacking others, they're just maybe elevating the wrong people. I do think, however, that they should rethink the stances that they're taking on their public platforms and consider the damage it could be doing to the black community and how we perceive difficult issues like racism, police brutality, and everything else associated with their current messaging. For me personally, I think it's disappointing that they really aren't into the fitness scene anymore because that was my favorite aspect of them. But I get it. They're in their mid-40s now. We can't expect them to crush the bodybuilding scene forever, and they're allowed to change interests over time as they evolve as people. I think it's great that they are building a new audience who supports their new ideas. I just know that I personally am not in that audience anymore.
Right.
That's real, man.
It's a new audience. That's all it is.
That's some of the realest shit I've ever read in my life, man.
Hold on, man. Let me see.
You ought to write books and shit, man. That's some real shit.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and I appreciate you sticking through this video all the way to the end. I had a lot of fun making this documentary because honestly,
this was a banger video.
The time laughing.
Keep your mind on your mask, kid. Horror form a classic, it's drastic. Villain hydrochloric acid, splashed it. Pull a knob, reached and blasted. Pow. Pinstripes on a basket.